fine, absolutely fine, a lot better. In fact, I can't stop pulling the brake.
Mm caliper. What a load of shit, it's not even a caliper. Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Thank you for tuning in to the Project X channel. Today we're going to be working on the Zx7R. Now the last time I was working on the Zx7R was the brake caliper rebuild. I did the front and rear brake caliper rebuild. The reason being, if you watch the video, they were crap and they were corroded. The pistons were seized, the pads were worn down to the metal, and the seals were actually popping out. So a few people have mentioned they replace the Tokiko calipers for the Nissin 4-pot ones from Suzuki. However, I'm going to give them a little bit half of a chance here, because I believe the problem may be with the master cylinder also, and I'm going to replace it with this, a 16mm piston R1. It's a Brembo master cylinder from an R1. It's a 16mm piston. You can see it stamped on there. So we're gonna get to it. We're gonna fit this, and then we're gonna test the bike out and see if our problems have gone. Yeah, so I got this off eBay, and I hope and pray that the seal kit hasn't failed in this one. But they're brilliant, these master cylinders. If you notice, they've got a bleed nipple there on the top. And when you do bleed these, you usually bleed that first before you do anything else. They're quite a good design. And they're on most modern bikes now. Right, okay, let's get to it. Let's strip this apart and get working. Right, I'm going to strip this off, but I'm going to leave this pipe in place. I'll get these off and I'll get back to you. I am struggling. I should be doing this with my other hand. Come on, let's have you off. I don't know what Becky's doing, because this is her bike as well as the R1. And she says, oh, I'll replace the brakes. I want to do it, I want to vlog it. But she's not here. She's in the house. And I'm in here servicing her bike yet again. I want to get a rag for that. I'm going to use this one. Careful, yeah. It's tight. Come on. There we go. Right. That is off. That is away. Funniest thing is, Tokiko calipers, and here we've got a Nissin front master. I've not checked, is that standard for the ZX7, or has someone put that on? I don't know. Right, I'm going to put this to one side, out of the way. Is it going to fit? Always remember, it says up on there. Is this going to fit? These screws are like so long. Right. Ah! Nothing. Right. Getting on there. Oh, bingo. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Of course it fits. Very good, Paul. It fits. I should really be putting this on my Aprilia and letting her have the older one. But the brakes on the Aprilia are fantastic. It doesn't need anything, that bike. It's already got Brembos on it, so we'll leave it as it is. Just give that a little tighten, hold it in place. Actually move these a little bit. Just going to seat those, I'm not going to put it in position. Now then, so I've noticed something. Is that going to be a problem? Nah, should be okay. That I'm just saying the pipe that holds the fluid reservoir on, it's pointing vertically, and ideally it wants to be pointing that way. This is obviously designed for a master cylinder that sits above it, but it appears to be okay. I mean, if I can bend that slightly. No. We'll go with that. We'll see what we're like. Tighten up. Now then, when you do this, and you swap the master cylinder, give the bars a turn first of all. So you want to make sure it doesn't clash. This one doesn't. That's the sound of the tyres, by the way. It's not me. So the other thing is, you want to make sure that your fingers, your hands don't get trapped under here as well. Which is all fine. Looks good, that. All fine, all fine. Ah, damn. Now, problem. It's clashing with the throttle cables. So we've run into a little bit of a sticky situation. Does that happen when you work on motorbike? Of course it does, all the time. Especially when you're fitting aftermarket parts or Frankenstein parts on other bikes. So the problem is the fluid hose, the pipe, doesn't fit where I want it to on this master cylinder, because the one from the bike, it actually fits on the side like this, but I forgot the Brembo one, it fits underneath, which is not a problem. I can maneuver it round, bend the pipe round to fit there without it kinking. But the problem is this throttle housing, the throttle cables are in the way. I'll show you. Alright, so two problems. The brake switch wiring will not reach round to there, but I'm not concerned with that. I can quite easily leave that where it is and make an extension piece of wiring to come round here and connect this up, so that doesn't bother me. The banjo bolt, I found the perfect position for, well, the only position this can go in. It's not clashing with the forks. As you can see here, the throttle cables were the ones that were conflicting with it. The throttle cables ran in through here where my finger's going, which was preventing me from getting this bolt in. But I have got this into a comfortable position, kind of where it needs to be, where I want it. So we're going to go with that there. The throttle doesn't stick. I'll tell you one thing, they don't go back that far on this bike. I don't know if it's just me. Anyway, the throttle doesn't stick, it snaps shut, which is good. There's no snag on there. I've tried it from fully extended round. I've tried it from here to make sure it doesn't stick. That's good. Just need to tighten it up and secure it more and tighten this up. Not done that yet. It is difficult to get a spanner in because of the forks. Oh, I've got that nice and snug. That's tight, that. So I'm quite happy. Now, I've just had to detach this cylinder and slightly put a bend on the mounting bracket just to relieve some tension here. We don't want this kinking. We want it to be nice and free. There. That's my feet squeaking. I'm not torturing animals. This isn't kinked. It's got a bend on it. It's not kinked. It fits the hose. So I'm not worried about that. They're very short. You can see the brake switch round there, look. So the next job is to get some wiring made up for that. Let's crack on. Okay, so a question for you. Has your wife or partner ever said, why do you keep boxes full of old bits of bulbs and wiring and stuff like that, nuts and bolts? Well, simple reason I respond with is that they will come in handy one day, and yes, they have, because I've not got any male and female flat connectors. I have, don't know where they are, I've not got a clue where they've gone. So, luckily I have these, which I cut off from something or another, I don't know what, some time ago. And these are going to be our wiring to extend the brake switch. So yes, things like this come in handy. Little boxes with stuff come in handy. What I'm going to use, we've got the wiring, which I'm going to prep that in a minute. I've got two male connectors, which I'm going to use for the other end. I've removed the insulation from this, which comes on these connectors, because I'm going to use this crimping tool, and the other side, which is going to connect to these, it might clash with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some heat shrink on them and these waterproof covers just to protect them. So the plan is, first of all, is to get this heat shrink around that, just to protect it. Why is that one not going on? Do as I say. There's a little bit of wiring in the way. There we go. So we'll get some heat on that. Where are you, heat gun? Good old heat gun. Right, let's get this heated up. Oh shit. No way. Right, the heat gun's dead for some reason, so we're going to be using this. Very careful not to burn it. That's all you need. That good enough for you? Right, next job is to apply more heat shrink, because we're going to make a cover for these, a waterproof cover for these. Now, let's see if we can get this right. Let's start there. This one might give us a little bit of hassle, because it's already stripped on there. Look, I don't want to cut it off. Oh, there we go. Give those a twist. And just check the length. I want to get those even. Oh, then again, do I? I'll not get them cut even, because one actually has to stretch further than the other. Right, next thing, we'll stick those on there. And I want to really put some heat shrink around the whole thing, but we'll tackle that in a bit. Let's see what we like with this. That goes in there. These do want cutting down, actually. I'll just stop prattling around and getting the right one. I'm just not used to working with a camera in front of me. There we go. Right, heat shrink. What colour shall we have? In fact, shall this go on there? Yes, you will go on there. Oh, very good. Okay, I want to cover those up, but the only issue is we do need to keep these separate. We don't want them to touch. If they do touch, then it's going to cause a brake light to come on. I'm going to go with blue, I think. Could have used, wish I had some green for that side. Being a Kawasaki, but I've got no green. Damn. Green would have been nice. Let's melt this on. There we are. Lovely, complete. I'm just trying to think now, can we make this look any neater? What else can we add to it, or is that enough? Generally speaking, I might put. I do get a little bit OCD, over-engineering things, but it's not a bad thing, is it? Can I get you in there? I'm gonna get these kind of sitting back to back, just like that. That way they are in position for when they get connected. That looks good, doesn't it? Like factory. Twist that around. I'm just trying to think about when this is connected, so yeah, I like that. One of those. Just change hands. I think that's enough. Happy with that. So let's get this all together and see if we've dodged a bullet and it all works. I'm going to connect this first and make sure that the brake light switch works before I proceed, okay? Right, so we've got the brake light switch connected up to our new wiring. We've not mounted it on the housing yet, it's just loose under here because I want to check it, make sure it works. And here we go. There we go. All good. Right, so I've capped off all those bleed nipples, they're all closed, and the next trick is to give this a bleed. So first thing I'll do is just give it a little crack, there we go. I'll get that pipe on there and we'll give this a bleed. There we go, see that air? Stuck in the master cylinder, there we go. I want to get rid of all of that. I'm not going to compress it, just allow it to flow. There's a lot more than you think in there, isn't there? Right, so I've got tons of braking force there. That feels perfect. So yes, we will road test this first, and if that needs adjusting, then we will adjust it. Okay, let's strip this all down, tighten all these back up again, and we should be good to go. So I'm well pleased with that result. We've got good braking power now on that front end. I can't wait to get this out and test it. That's the next step really. We'll get it on the road and give it a try. Hopefully I'll survive and the brakes don't bind and they work as they should. What more can I say? So it's a good modification is to change your master cylinder. It does feel pretty powerful, does that? I cannot pull that lever any more than under an inch, to be fair, or maybe it is an inch, no. I'm going on. Great result. Let's get our gear on and take it for a spin. Yes, I have got slippers on.
Trucky. Always give way to the truckers. So sensitive, them brakes. Usually if your brake's dragging, but when you pull the brake, you'll hear it, obviously feel it, you'll hear it whine, you'll hear the brakes whine, and then when you release them, if you can still hear that whine, then your brakes are dragging, but I cannot hear it. These feel fine. And of course when you shut off, you'll have lots of engine brake, which we don't. So I'm going to get him home now.
Another side of you trying to break through, able to tell the truth. No one else can see you like I do. All you ever do is say how far you wanna go. Baby, I can tell it's just for show. Every line designed to let